Knife. That's a knife.
Hey, what is up guys? It's your boy Hi-Fi Review here today. Oops, the phone box is upside down. And today we're reviewing a new device. This is the Taki A7 Plus. It was actually recommended by someone down below in the comments, so I appreciate that. But for the other people who are watching my video, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, because most of my viewers are unsubscribed yet. So please subscribe, hit the subscribe button, share the video if you want, and enjoy it. I'll be doing a review on the Taki A7 Plus, which I got for less than 3,000. I think it was 2,800, something like that, or even lower. I think I just forgot, because this has been in my closet for a long time. It came almost the same time as the CMX, so it's been a long video in the making. So anyway, hope you enjoy. Let's proceed with the video. Now, to those who are new to my channel, you know me very well. I try to keep the box as well as I can, but in the middle of opening the plastic, I said to hell with it, because it's very hard to remove the plastic. Anyway, here's the front of the box, and here's the back. There's the spec, so you can pause the video here if you want and proceed with the phone itself. It was wrapped in bubble wrap and has its own separate plastic sleeve, so that's nice. It keeps the phone secure. Here you have the phone itself. I believe the color was supposed to be sky blue, but it kind of reminds me of pearl white on other parts. Here we have the accessories, the power adapter. It sounds very sturdy, doesn't feel cheap like the Yumio and the TAF. By the way, the phone reminds me of TAF. Here we have the headphones, and although they are not of the highest quality, they feel and look very cheap. At least it has headphones. The new iPhone 12 doesn't even have headphones, and the charging adapter this has that and many more accessories that come with it. And you're gonna need that later on. You'll know why. Here we have a micro USB charger. It doesn't feel very premium, but it doesn't feel cheap at the same time. So you're getting a good quality for the price. Here we have the battery. It's removable. That's why I couldn't open the phone earlier. It claims to have 3,000 milliamperes of battery, and that was an instruction manual I'll never read. Here we have a jelly case. Again, iPhone 12 does not have any of these. And nice addition. And also at the bottom of the box, we have a tempered glass screen protector. So nice addition. From all the phones I've reviewed, they all have a screen protector, a tempered glass mostly. Here we have the phone itself. Let's install the battery. Those, by the way, they have a sticker protector. And as it is removable, it's the same type of cover as the Yumio Z1 and other removable batteries of this time. So keep that in mind. Here we have the fingerprint scanner. The camera also has a plastic sleeve, so you better remove that before trying to take any pictures. By the way, this phone has 2 SIM slots and a micro SD card slot. One takes a micro SIM, the other one takes a nano SIM. Nano SIM being the SIM 1 tray. By the way, excuse me if my voice sounds a bit nasally, because I have a lot of allergies. And here we have the Taki startup, and listen to this audio. What a nice startup animation, I guess, and with a cheap sounding animation sound startup. And as usual with most of these cheap phones, it does not have the bootloader that, you know, it comes with stock Android, and it even comes with Mobile Legends. By the way, if you look at the icons closely, they kind of emulate iOS, so it went for an iOS type theme, I guess. On top of the phone, we have the headphone jack and the charging port, and the buttons on this side. On the back, we have the fingerprint scanner, and nothing on the left side. With most removable batteries, they try to go for that. Nothing on that. They leave a clean slate. On the bottom, we have 2 speaker grills, but you're gonna find out soon in the sound test why. That's my reaction. Without the jelly case, and look at the back, look at the front, they look very nice. And then we have the fingerprint scanner. Although it's not the fastest, you can see in the video, I am fast forwarding the video. At least it's there. At least it has an actual fingerprint scanner. It's actually working. And here we're testing it out. The first, it failed, but then when I got it up and running, it's there. It's not the snappiest fingerprint scanner, but again, for the price, at least it has a fingerprint scanner. Unlike the TAF, almost the same price range, and I couldn't get the fingerprint scanner to work because it wasn't actually a fingerprint scanner. Here I removed the plastic, and it has a screen protector at the bottom installed already, although there are bubbles in it, so whoever installed it did a bad job at it. Here we have Antutu Benchmark Lite. Here it says the camera is actually 4.9 megapixel, not 8. We have 2 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs internal. And the screen is 480p, by the way, so not very full HD, but at least we got a large screen. Multi-touch test also proves it has 5 touch points. So unlike the Z1, which only had 2, you can use more fingers on this. And for those who actually play a lot of games, you'll know why it's important that the phone has more than 2 touch points. And here we have the warning sign. Again, with most cheap phones that I try to run this Antutu benchmark test, I can never start this up because the hardware cannot support I think it's the graphic test, the GPU test. So here we have the purple screen of death after a few hours. That's an exaggeration, a few minutes. It failed! It failed at the end. I was waiting for like 10 minutes and it failed. So I just tried playing games on it. And sadly, playing Among Us, there's a few minor issues. It will lag at times and the screen sometimes is not where you want to press it, but well, you can win. See, I won in Among Us. But most Filipinos play Mobile Legends, so I'm going to test it out. Here we have Mobile Legends. Although, disclaimer, I forgot to load up the whole game. I newly installed the Mobile Legends. So most of my enemies were balls, so that may have affected performance. By the way, it can play in HDR mode, no high frame rate mode on this phone. So don't expect, it's a cheap phone and only has a 480p screen. And I noticed that at times, there will be frame drops, but when you go to smooth, not at all. If you notice some lags on the screen, it's because my internet sucks. I'm here in the Philippines. Internet is very slow. So that will affect your performance too, but here I see MVP. By the way, this phone only has 3G support, but hey, we're in the Philippines, so data here isn't even that fast. And 3G is usable if you have a fast 3G receiver. By the way, that screen again, 480p. Not the best, but again, not that bad. You can watch 4K videos, but you'll only max out at 480p. But it's not that bad looking. Now let's proceed with the sound test. Here I am comparing it to the CMX S30, which is a smaller phone. You can see on the screen the CMX has a bluer tint, so there's a difference with the LCD. But again here, listen. Y'all hear that? Because I surely did. The Taki A7 Plus has a worse speaker than the CMX S30, which it has lower sound, so that's a disclaimer. So use headphones when you're gonna watch shows on this and call some people. And then we proceed to the camera test. And here you can see it outdoors. The screen is not the brightest, but usable outside. Here I can show you that it's already a max brightness. Here's the camera app. Kind of reminds me of the TAF A10 camera, but you can see the performance. This actually performs better. It's not the best when it comes to color reproduction, but it's definitely better than the other cheaper cameras I reviewed. Sometimes it's on the oranger hues, but surprisingly, this phone has good dynamic range. Well, comparing it to the TAF and the Yumio, but you can see on the sides it blurs, so I think it is center focused. And the hair details aren't the best, but here on the video you can see it's usable. Just don't expect it to be the best. You can get better on more expensive phones. Has autofocus. Also, videos record in 3GPP. So I don't know if that affects their performance. Here we have the selfie, and coming up is the front camera test. Okay, this is the front video test. This time I tried it in indoor lighting conditions, and so far it's not the worst. It's still better than other phone. I like the camera. It's very simple, no beautification, so I think it's usable for online classes and maybe a few selfies here and there. And here's the end of the review. And I'd like to say that all my reviews are subjective and these are based on my opinion, but I think the Taki A7 Plus on the rating gets probably a 2. That's a 2. That's lower than the Umio X3. For me, this one is ranked below that. Even though this one is more expensive, I'd rather buy the Umio X3. They have the same specs, 2 gigs of RAM, and you can buy the 32 gig version for actually cheaper than the Taki A7 Plus. The Umio was around 2.6 price range, 2.7 with the shipping. This one cost me 2.8 including the shipping. So they're not that far off. There's only 100 peso difference. But I think performance wise, I like the Umio better. Especially because it was running a more stock Android feel. The Taki, although I like the design, they have a skin that resembles iOS for the icons, and I never like phones that do that. It's kind of cheap, and yeah, it makes the phone feel very cheap. Pero overall, usable naman siya. You can use it for the price anyway. It's usable. You can use it for online classes. A bit of gaming, but you know, I expected for the price it will lag at times. The camera, well, you get what you pay for, so usable, I guess. But don't expect too much that you're gonna take very Instagrammable pictures on it. So overall, that's it. I give it a rating of 2 actually. I give it a rating of 2. I'll leave a link down below. And what am I forgetting? Okay, shout out to Rodrigo Ladisa. I hope I'm not butchering your name. If you want to shout out, please leave a comment down below. If you want to support me, there's a link for a GoFundMe at the bottom. And so far, there's no supporters. Anyway, if you can't support me financially, help me with the reviews. You can help me by subscribing, sharing the video, and commenting down below what other phone I should review. I like your comments on suggestions. I try to pick the phone that will be worth reviewing. If the phone though is very expensive, I mean, if it costs around 3,000, but I know that it's gonna be a clone phone, I don't want to review it. But if most of you want me to review a clone, I'll maybe think of it. So anyway, that's the end of the review. As usual, we end the review with a high five.